EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchich here with your outlook for March 5th, 2025. Welcome to Wild Weather Wednesday, brought to you by Pure Sight and Sound. Our favorite caveman, Og, was hopeful, very hopeful. Another cave family had moved into the neighborhood, and Og and Evelyn were hoping that finally their kids would have other kids to play with. Og was so relieved when he met Kronka and his family. Kronka's wife and kids were delightful, and Og invited them all over for a party. Og was thrilled to show off his entertainment systems, including his stunning home theater and outdoor sound, all designed, sold, and installed by Pure Sight and Sound. Grilled antelope somehow tastes better when the grilling is accompanied by hard rock in the cave yard, and Og knew that when the party moved inside to the home theater, all the kids would be safe while enjoying a screening of, what else, but Planet of the Apes. In fact, Kronka liked it so much that he scheduled his own no-charge appointment with Pure Sight and Sound to see what's possible. Be like Og and Kronka. Call Ed at Pure Sight and Sound at the phone number above me here in the video, 570-992-2992, or visit them on the web at puresightandsound.com to schedule a visit for your own fabulous outdoor sound or man cave. So today we do have a wild weather Wednesday with a cold front moving through the region. We have an occluded low that is up here in the western Great Lakes. It's going to be moving up in this direction with time. This cold front attached with it is a pretty strong cold front. It's almost meridionally aligned, which is a north-south alignment, and it has strong southerly flow out ahead of it, which is going to give us the mild temperatures today. You see above me, pretty uniform across the region. 56 to 60 is the temperature spread today, so we'll be certainly mild. There'll be some showers around this morning, just light intermittent showers for some of you, but most of this activity is going to be this afternoon into early evening with this cold front moving through, and there could be a decent amount of rain with it. Let's go over the NAM high-res future simulated radar. Starting us off at 7 o'clock in the morning. Again, a few spotty showers early on that will increase as we head toward the afternoon and become steady periods of rain during the afternoon. It'll continue into the evening. You see there's some brighter yellows and even some oranges in here, which indicates some moderate to heavy rainfall that will occur with this frontal boundary as it moves through. And usually when you have a north-south aligned front like that, you do get enhanced rainfall. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of the higher elevations get squeezed out more than some of the other areas around it just because of that orographic lifting against the mountains there and squeezing out some extra precipitation there. And then this moves through during the early evening hours and off the coast. Then we have residual showers in its wake that are going to go just past midnight, and then that should be about it. And then we are back to partly to mostly cloudy skies here on Thursday in the wake of this, but the other part of this will be windy conditions. That's going to be accompanied by when the squall line moves through. This is what the high-resolution rapid refresh has been continually showing. This is an area of low-top convection that's going to kind of run like this in this direction between here and here. I know the Storm Prediction Center has a slight risk all the way out here in these areas. This is very stable in those areas, though. So in between here, we'll have an area of an enhanced wind as this line right here, the squall line, moves eastward. So it's just low top convection. There could be thunder or lightning with it, but it's just windy conditions, and there could be some wind gusts here that exceed 50 miles per hour where these brightest colors are. See where I know this is radar intensity, but it's trying to indicate where the most solid part of this line is. So where the yellows is, you have breezy conditions. It's windy down here south of Mason-Dixon, and it goes right across Delaware and southern New Jersey, and then finally heads out. But the line will still be intact further north as well. It's just not going to be as intense, and therefore the wind is not as intense. So because of the squall line presence, you will have an increase in wind once that moves through. But first, here's the total precipitation we're looking at. Generally, a half inch to an inch of rain widespread across the region. There will be some locally higher amounts of that, especially in areas of elevation that get over an inch of rain. This is all much needed rainfall, folks, and we can take it certainly heading into the growing season. But here's that wind I was talking about. Not really too much going on during the morning. Then the afternoon and evening when that squall line moves through. You see these 50 plus jumping up here. So that is where when that squall line moves through there, and you get those increased gusts as it does so. And then this will continue through early evening until the front passes, and then after that the wind diminishes. But looking at this in terms of a gust swath, interior areas here, these areas up in here are generally looking at a lot of 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts with some a little bit higher than that in a few places, like down here by Lancaster, Harrisburg, might get into the mid-40s or thereabout. But you see in our far southeastern area, far southeastern areas, when you get with that squall line that's being shown, there's some gusts here that are in the upper 40s to low to mid 50s in terms of peak wind gusts. So that area right there in particular, I think, is going to have the hardest time with the wind today until that front moves through. And then once we get over to go back to a regular, wind gust per hour here. Again, not really much going on overnight, but then we get into Thursday, especially afternoon and overnight. We'll have these winds pick up again, and this is more cold air advection and pressure gradient related. So you have some wind gusts here that'll be generally 30 to 40 mile per hour gust throughout the evening, most notably. I think the evening is going to be the worst on Thursday evening, going up the 6 to midnight window, where you have some 30 to 40 mile per hour common gusts, maybe some locally higher wind gusts than that as well during that period. Remains breezy overnight and then into Friday morning, and then Friday's just going to be a breezy day with 10 to 15 gusting in the 20s, probably below 30 at most locations for peak gust here on Friday. So a couple windy days in the wake of this, not just this evening as the front moves through. That's going to be the first period. The second period, of course, is in the wake of this, and most notably Thursday evening, although it will be partly to mostly cloudy here on Thursday. And then it will be a little bit cooler as we head toward the weekend. The next 3 days after that will be in the mid to upper 40s here on Friday. Saturday will generally be in the middle 40s, and then on either side of 40 on Sunday. We were talking about a possible little system maybe affecting our area this weekend on Saturday. That is now looking like it's going kaput and not really doing too much. It just kind of falls apart and heads off to our south. That system that GFS had yesterday that I showed you that had this big wrapped up system coming up the coast and giving us a snowstorm, we knew that was most likely BS, and it is BS. So the GFS has lost it. Every other model stayed consistent with this thing remaining south. There is a shortwave that's going to move Sunday night to our north here, so we'll call Sunday a partly to mostly cloudy day with increasing clouds later in the day just because the system's in close proximity moving off to our north. But it does look like as of now, it's going to remain off to our north there. So it does look like it's going to be dry straight through the entirety of the weekend. Maybe a stray shower here and there, but that's not really an organized part of any organized system. And then early next week, Monday, Tuesday, Monday especially is still going to be a little chilly, and then we start to warm up here on Tuesday with mostly sunny skies returning at that point. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martish. That is your outlook for March 5th, 2025. Have a great Wednesday.